welcome to Donatello's workshop. I'm back in the shop. This is just an update video. I wanted to thank you first of all for my new subscribers, the views, the comments. Shout out to John at RC Shed. I just purchased one of his low profile servos for the PR Racing S1 build that I've got coming. That's the build I decided on. That's what I've got coming, and I am stoked on that. So needed a servo for it, and I'm going to sort out the other electronics that I want. I'm going to go brushless, most likely. Well, definitely go brushless, right around 4,000 kV, 85 amp. The ESC is going to have to be low profile too. I just sort of realized, but I'll have to figure something out. Maybe I don't need 85 amp. Maybe I could get away with 45. I don't know. The 1080s don't really talk about brushed. A lot of people run a 1080 on 2S brushless. I'm not going to go over 2S, so I don't know. I got to do a little more research, but that's what I was thinking. Somewhere between 3,600 and 4,000 kV for the PR Racing S1. It'll be my first new build in a while, although I spent all winter rebuilding everything, cleaning up everything, resorting electronics, getting everything running. It was a blast. That was my cabin fever project for the winter. It set me back on the path for my passion for the RC hobby. I've just been kind of sitting here getting this thing cleaned up. I Loctited the new bell crank. This is the D-Hawk aluminum bell crank, and it's wonderful and smooth, and this thing's kicking butt. It's been cogging, so if you guys have watched the run footage of this, you will have seen that it's been cogging. I got a Surpass motor coming for it, the Rocket at 3850 kV, I believe. And I'm going to try that in this with the current gearing as it is. Possibly with this cheap 3800 kV China built motor. It's just kind of a off brand. I don't even know what it is. Rose. And you know, it's those combos you can buy on Amazon that are fairly inexpensive. 45 amp ESC and 3800 kV, and it cogs, so I'm probably over geared. Once you get it going, the thing screams. It's a blast. It handles good. I've got these Fan RC race wheels from Fan RC, and then I went and got these J Concepts tires for it. Oh, these are Proline, sorry. These are the Proline tires, the road tires, which they're phenomenal. This thing's a blast to drive, and it does take some finesse, but that's kind of what I like about it, I guess. So, yeah, update video. I'm going to do some run footage of this when I get it sorted. I'm going to do some run footage of the HPI RS4 Sport, the electric one, with the new tires and wheels I got for it, because I was running some really old foamies, and they were old and hard and crusty, and although it's fun to drift around, I wasn't getting enough grip. So I sourced some really nice looking wheels. There's pictures of them on my Donatello's Workshop Facebook, and it should rip. They're a little bit softer compound rubber tire. It's just a street basher. There's no racing around here. I wish there was touring car racing. Crawlers have gotten really popular around here, and there's crawler events, but there's really no. There used to be a track carpet. There used to be a carpet track out in North Ogden, but I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if the scene's completely dead or what's going on, other than bashing and crawling, which I love both of those as well, but I want to do a little racing, touring car racing, carpet racing. So we'll figure that out. Anyway, back to projects and updates. Gonna get some footage of the HPI RS4 Sport electric with the new tires and wheels, and I'm also going to get some more footage of the Nitro RS4 Sport, because if you saw what I did to the oh, you can't go too tight on that, can you? I ruined the pull start, so I got a rotor start coming, the rotor start conversion kit. It's super easy to put on, it's not a big deal. That is coming, and I'll get that on, and I'll get some more footage of that. I'll get this running a little better, get rid of the cogging, and I'll get some better footage of this too. This thing's just a blast. I'm going to document the build of the PR Racing S1. I'm not going to do a build video per se, but I am going to document the build a little bit and talk about it and have some fun with it, and then get some, absolutely, definitely get some run footage of that, right? Some words going on here. What else? Probably in that order too. Yeah, it's been fun, man. I appreciate you guys, the support, the comments, the likes, the new subs. I'm just having fun with this, not taking it too serious. It does allow me to get the music that I've published out there. Content creator, but definitely it'll be a while before I'm ever monetized there. And then I wouldn't be able to use my published music in the soundtrack. You got to do one or the other, so it's no big deal. I prefer publishing music, actually, at the end of the day. And I do have a couple projects going, so more on that later. You've been hearing my soundtracks in the run videos, the Ariel's Bones, the Apophis, the Freak Breed. It's been a lot of fun. It's been pretty cool. Camber's a little off too. There's no real great way of doing this turnbuckle because it ain't right. But I just wanted to come on and tell you guys I appreciate it, and the support, the views, the plays, and hopefully the music's getting out there. Some of them are earworms. I've gotten a lot of comments on the soundtrack work, because that is my own published music from, and my partner, my publishing partner from Revelator Records and Landmine Studios. Shout out to Nick Huff. It's kind of our pet projects together. And then we teamed up with Damage Auditorium, Jeff Huso, and did the Ariel's Bones album, which has some acclaim. It's been a lot of feedback, good feedback on that. And so that's been fun. I love that album, and so you're going to hear a lot of that in the soundtrack work, and other stuff too, other stuff as well. So pretty much that's it. I'm going to do some more Rival MT run footage. We're going to do the HPI RS4 electric and nitro run footage. We're going to do some more run footage of this, and trust me when I say I'm trying to get better at the camera work. It's been it's difficult. I mount the GoPro on my controller, but it's been difficult to get it just right, keep it in frame, that kind of thing. You guys know how it is. Actually, I like that better. It's better. Yeah, baby. I'm trying to get better at that. I'm not going to zoom in too far. If you zoom in too far, it comes out of frame much easier. If you zoom too far out, it looks too small to me, and you have to be really close driving around you, and anytime you get further out in the field, it doesn't have enough detail, and it looks boring to me, so I'm trying to find the happy medium. I found 1x zoom, or 1.5 or 1.3 right in there might be the sweet spot for me, and then as long as I can keep it aimed right and I tend to go down too low and then it gets out of frame up top. So I've got to remember to keep it up or aim it up a little more on my controller and keep that in frame. Should be able to get that figured out. I'm getting better at it, but I want to get some more run footage of this once I solve the cogging issue, because this thing's fun and it reps. So stoked on the PR Racing S1 build as well. And other than that, I'm going to leave you with that. Thanks again for your support, and we're going to see you around in the next run video. Check you later. Thank you.